Now, when we talk about the next generation, it's a place of awaited position, mantles, leadership for a race to the next level. Until every generation be raise you as young ones are taking over now. They are coming to take over what we call the mantles, what we call the leadership, what we call awaited race. Is a baton. So our fathers has done their part, and God is calling upon the youth, our generation, to also take over. And the reason why we have to be very careful is that in our time, the youth is running after contaminated anointings, contaminated mantles that encourage a new grace of God, holiness. Every mantle and anointing must be attached with holiness. It must be attached with commitment. It must be attached with service. So in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 3 verse 1, now the Lord said to Samuel, how long will you mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill your horn with oil and go. I am sending you to Jesse Bethlehemite, for I have provided myself a king among his sons. So here David was a boy in his father's family, and then Bible says that when David was still a shepherd, God has appointed David even in the house of Jesse the Bethlehemite. And the purpose of God appointing David was that he was appointed already to become a king. But whilst David was appointed, he was still a shepherd, but didn't know he was appointed to become a king. That is the reason why our generation must be very careful, because the place where you are, you might be appointed for an assignment and a mantle which you don't know. So you have to keep yourself committed and always make sure that there is an awaited mantle, there is an awaited anointing, there is an awaited leadership for you. You don't have to compromise yourself and do your things anyhow, but you have to always be vigilant and always be ready to receive the mantles and then the leadership and the anointing, because every anointing that you receive won't go through any preparation. That the anointing will come upon you, will bring you down. David was anointed, and then after the anointing, he didn't know that the anointing has come upon him, but there is a giant he's going to face. But David is he was prepared already. So when the anointing came upon David, because Sena Otume fighting he was able to stand before Goliath. That is the reason why you need to be prepared for every anointing. So our generation is seeking for the anointing, but they want to skip the process. They want to skip the preparation. That is the reason why you have to be very careful, because wherever you are, God is preparing you for a mantle. God is preparing you for a leadership. God is preparing you for certain anointing, which the anointing carries an assignment. So in your family, you might not know that God has a plans for you and has appointed you. The coming generation must go through a guidance. The coming generation must go through all kinds of process, so that when the anointing comes upon us, we can face our Goliath, the giant, so that our assignment will not be too heavy for us. And because of the anointing upon David, he was able to overcome the snares and the arrows of Saul. And I pray for somebody, you are appointed vessel of God. You are somebody God is preparing for another generation. Your oil is coming to search for you, and when the oil comes, you will fulfill every assignment God has programmed for your destiny. So I pray for you, if there is anything that is stopping you from the purpose of God, God has a purpose for you. That is why he always sends prophets in your life. So you always need to go a mentorship. You always need to go a process, so that you will not miss the purpose of God.